What's up, everyone? Welcome to another edition of the best women's boxing show, period. We are back. We are back. We are back. I am Cynthia Conte.
And I'm Jeandra LaBeouf, and I'm not dead. I've been resurrected.
I know. Look at the glow in your face. You just look happy. Those rosy cheeks.
Thank
Oh,
you.
Jeandra, so much to talk about.
I know.
But you know what? Before anything, you just showed me. You want to share that tequila bottle again because I found that quite funny. Is this the tequila? Is this the tequila that helped you with your Espanol?
See, when I was blowing out that Espanoling on my stories, if you guys follow me on Instagram, I was doing the whole 50 thing in Puerto Vallarta for my birthday, et cetera, et cetera. Okay, so the funny part is, I bought a bottle at the spot. I was turning 50, and they're like, we're going to engrave your bottle. What do you want it to say? So on the back, as you can see, we've been enjoying it a lot.
Oh, yeah.
On the back, it says Big 50A. But the funny part is the guy who was doing the tasting with us, I don't know if you guys can, what do the influencer kids be doing like this? The guy's name was Saul. So my bottle says by Saul, but not Canelo. And so when I had him put that on there, he thought it was so funny. So yes, this is some, y'all go to this spot in Puerto Vallarta. They make it, it's small batches. It's like a family owned thing. And this tequila, this wasn't even like the top shelf one. The top shelf one was, but they're pretty cool. Go see them in Puerto Vallarta. This is not a paid ad. I wish it was.
Yes, I did learn some Espanol from your tequila. Did you even know what you were saying?
I did know what I was saying, but what I couldn't understand was how did I all of a sudden know that much Spanish? It was like it just came pouring out like somebody went, and all of a sudden I was bilingual because I've been back home and my Spanish don't sound like that anymore. So blame it on the alcohol.
Enough of your Espanol because we had a huge weekends of boxing. We haven't been able to do some run it backs, but let's just talk about this past weekend. Pacquiao is back. We had Pacquiao, Manny Pacquiao, 46 years old. He came into the ring and took on Mario Barrios, and it ended in a majority draw. Did you ever think we would ever see Manny Pacquiao in the ring after he retired 4 years ago?
It took him so long to retire that I really thought he was out of there, moved on to the next chapter. But, what do they say? You don't retire to the ring retires you. So I guess he's not retired.
Yeah, I mean the next fights that Sean Gibbons told me is either Rolly Romero, that would be so fun. Rolly has a title, or Gervonta Davis.
Eek.
That's that's a TBD because he still has to fight Lamont Roach.
Yes.
But yeah, so I mean, for the people who did watch it, I mean, you got to see it on TV. I was there live. And for me, it was so different because it was the Philippines. He was representing my country. And it was so beautiful to see the fans come out. And it really felt like a vintage type of Manny Pacquiao fight. You see the waving of the flags, and then you see the Mexican flags. But the Mexicans were also chanting for Manny Pacquiao, which is so beautiful.
He's just that man. Manny Pacquiao is such a unifier. I mean, he can be polarizing like any other fighter, but Manny is just when you think of boxing history, you can't think of history without him. You think of Ali, you think of Foreman, you think of Sugar Ray, and I think that he and Floyd, they belong in that conversation. He was able to do things that no other champion has done, coming up from such a small weight to where he is now, to the political connection and fighting for the people. And just, he's a brilliant man. And it scares me to see him in the ring at this stage.
Girl, I was so nervous. I mean, I usually score fights, but I was shaking. I would like my heart was pounding so hard that I mean, as media, we're not supposed to cheer, but I think I was like wanting to cry the whole time because I was so nervous because I'm like, please don't get knocked out. Please don't get knocked out. Like that's the last thing I wanted to see in the ring. But
Hmm.
it was an incredible fight just to be there in the crowd. What did you see on TV?
I saw what looked like a very festive arena that was very excited to see Manny Pacquiao. That just, and it's no disrespect to Mario Barrios. He's a great fighter. Enjoy him. But that was Manny's house. Like they kept saying on the broadcast, that's the house that Manny built. And it was just, euphoric to kind of be in the time capsule with him. Everyone, black, white, brown, purple, green, yellow. Everyone was very excited to see Manny Pacquiao. And it's kind of hard, even as a media person, not to cheer for that.
Man, it's it's the walkouts alone. I was wondering what I know, Mario's is always so beautiful, the colors, the feathers, like the whole Azteca vibe. I didn't get to see it because, I was busy kind of looking from the top. I didn't look on the screen, but just Manny could have walked out to anything. And it was just I don't even know what song he walked out to, but the one thing that just it really made me cry was the Filipino flag just behind him, and everyone was screaming. And I'm like, I can't believe this. This is the 16th time he broke the record at MGM to be appearing as the 16th time to fight. And they even put a whole banner just for him during the weigh-in. So I was like,
Mm.
wow, what a moment. Like, what a moment for him, for everyone to witness, whether it could have been his last fight. Once again, we really don't know. But I don't know. It's just, at a lot of the fights, those were the memorables. And when it's memorable is when I wear heels during the media, the actual
Right.
press conference, which I ran
Yo,
around in heels, and for fight night. I know, girl, I
you
wore
are a real
heels.
one for that. You are a real
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
One
So,
thing, one thing I did not like is they didn't give Mario's entrance enough time. Like you didn't get a chance to see it there. Even from home, it was so beautiful and so grand. I wish they would have had like a better shot of it or something so we could absorb it more because I'm all for all culture, Filipino flag, Azteca, um, heritage for barrios. I want to see it. Like if people are going to invest their money to put it on display, please let us see it and
yeah.
appreciate it because those are the things that break down the barriers and kind of help with the ignorant ass comments when you can see people's full identity on display. So like I was very happy to see Manny putting on for the Philippines. I
Mhm.
was happy to see Mario putting on for the Mexican culture, and I thought that was dope. So yes, please, Amazon,
Mhm.
give the B side a little bit more, like a better shot placement for the walk-ins. That's the only thing I didn't like from say a
Yeah.
production point of view.
I'm gonna have to go watch it again because I was so tired. It was an incredible week of fights. Just when I sent you the merch video.
Let's talk about that. Let's talk about merch, period. So you sent me the picture. You guys can go on our YouTube channel and see what the merch was looking like. Talk about the merch line because we didn't even talk around the Inoue fight and what that merch line was like
Oh
too,
my God.
and it feels like merch is having a resurgence right now.
So, it's weird because MGM has their own merchandise downstairs, and there were like a couple racks. And of course, hoodies were going for $80, shirts were going for 45, normal hats were like 50. But then during fight night, it was a much larger merch stand. And one thing that really caught my eye were jeans. I didn't know Manny Pacquiao had denim jeans, and they're going for, yes, $350, not pesos, $350. But there is a
American
catch,
dollars.
American dollars. And the catch is, I don't even know if they're stretchy. I think they look like they're boot cut, but they did come in a box and you get an autographed signature. So people weren't
Oh,
necessarily like buying them for the jeans. They were getting the signature. I, I saw so many people carrying these boxes. I'm like, I can't
wait a
believe people
minute.
are paying $350. I don't even know if it was a picture and just a signature, but it came it was like a whole package. So that's what you're
Wow.
paying for. I mean, the jeans were
Mm.
probably like $10, $20. Like I said, I don't even know if they stretch, but it was just it was so crazy because that's the first time I've ever seen jeans in any
Mm,
merch stand at any fight.
hmm
So then, yeah, but a lot of it, just a lot of people. There was a shirt that I wish I bought it. It says, "I'm not done yet." It's very Filipino. It looked
mm.
like a commercial. But there was all these other cute ones. But people were spending money on merch. Like there were different lines, and people were holding bags.
I'm glad you're saying that because I don't remember what fight we were. It wasn't the last fight we were at together, but it was another fight. And I remember we went over into that store that's like near the front of the MGM where they put like a few
Hmm.
shirts. It might have been like a Wilder fight. I can't remember fight what it was, but I just remember the merch was crap. I feel like you were going over there to try to find a shirt for like Dimitri or
Yeah.
something. And the merch was really crap. And I was so excited when you sent the video over of what the merch was looking like, because then it took me back to thinking about the Inoue fight in Phoenix, and I got sucked into the matrix of the merch too because people were so excited to have something more authentic looking than like what the dude be selling on the street when you're going to like the
Yeah.
concert venue and the silk press. Like, so have they been doing it all? Do you think promoters and stuff have been doing it wrong, kind of getting away from merch and just focusing on like what do they even have fighters doing these days? Because I feel like merch is becoming more of a thing again.
They need to. I mean, I know the stuff that was there, like the Manny Pacquiao, I want to say that's his because the ones in the stores downstairs are MGM's
Mm-hmm.
branded. And so the
Mm-hmm.
one at the fight, I saw the ones from MGM, and I'm assuming the other ones were Manny Pacquiao's. But I you could also say, just go to mannypacquiao.com and get the merch because I like people crave it, especially if it's a legend coming back. You're gonna want to buy all that stuff. I
Absolutely.
remember it was a fight in Vegas because you were here, and I remember me and Dimitri went to look for you, and that line was so long, and I'm like, thank goodness we bought the
Mm-hmm.
top rank stuff at MGM early. And I
Yep.
bought the last hoodie of that size. And I was like, oh, damn, I'm not standing in that line. It's a really long line.
For real. Yeah, I mean, it was like that in Phoenix, and that was crazy to me. It felt like it was more people in the merch line that there were than in the actual fight. And I got sucked into it. I bought the nylon jacket,
Yeah.
$120 for a thin ass nylon jacket, but I bought it because I love Inoue.
Yeah.
And I bought a shirt for me, my kids all in the anime. I got her a shirt. She loved it. And
Hmm.
then Inoue's opponent,
Cardenas. Yeah.
Cardenas, who he fought. Now his merch was bananas in the way they did it in like the anime and whatever. But
Ooh.
I knew we knew he was gonna get his ass beat. So I didn't want to buy that merch. I wish it was flipped and Inoue's merch looked like that. It would have been really
Yeah.
funny to do like the whole Japanese motif with like the Mexican colors and be a troll, but he's respectful.
He
So
is.
I say that all to say, so now Pacquiao has just fought, and then the Canelo Crawford's cut fight, like that kind of merch could go crazy because maybe Canelo retires or whatever. Who else would you want to see like really pour it? Like whose merch would you want to buy right now? Like
Ooh.
realistic, and that's not all you fighters who's fighting like at the opening of the card. Yeah, y'all got some merch. I'm talking about some merch folks are really gonna put their money down right
I
now.
I wish I could buy Usyk merch, but I haven't been to
Mm-hmm.
an Usyk fight because he hasn't fought in America. He's always fought in everyone's backyard and beat all their asses, which we're going to talk about later in the show.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna, yeah, circle back to that. But that's one merch I want before he will retire, and it will happen. And so
Yeah.
that's the one I'll be like, I have it, and that's it. Like I don't want to buy it on website. I want to buy it at a fight.
Right.
It's like a
Right.
concert. It's like a concert shirt. You want to buy it when you're there.
That is a perfect analogy. That's a perfect analogy. Like a concert shirt, or even how, like with the mania of WWE, it's like you got to make people impulse buy
Mm,
because if they're at home, people are looking around at their house going, "Ooh, I need this. We got to go
mm-hmm.
grocery shopping." They're not ordering the shirts like that. But if you get them it's the same kind of mentality that make people pay $27 for one beer,
Mm-hmm.
and at least
Yeah.
the merch you get to take it with you. So.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, so that's the takeaway. The one question I do want to ask you, and then we'll move on.
Mhm.
Do you believe Manny was robbed?
Personally, I don't think he was robbed, but I did think he won the fight.
Okay.
If it would have been like a wide, like 110 to 1 to 99 type thing, I would have been like, oh, come on, come on. But I do think Manny won the fight. I thought Manny edged him by a round or two. I thought he came on really strong in the second half of the fight, and he was batter ramming him, and he was just showing that Manny that we know, strong in both hands, jumping around, just battering him away. I mean, hell, look at his face. I really thought Manny won that fight. Even if it was a close margin, I did think he did enough to edge it out. So, I mean, you could say it's a robbery because he didn't win.
Mhm.
So, yeah, I thought Manny won. I had him
Yeah.
up.
People ask me and I'm like, I wasn't scoring it because I was tweeting and I was just like, please don't get knocked out. And Dimitri was with us. Shout out to Dimitri, Team D. He was our
Yeah.
cameraman. Um, he scored it.
And
He
did a good
believed
job.
he did a really good job.
He did a
He
great
really
job.
believed he thought Barrios won.
Mm,
But
mm.
like I said, I have to rewatch the fight with the intention of scoring it. But in media row, in the media room, everyone believed, everyone just said, Barrios, we believe you didn't win.
I think I'm kind of getting into that. And as we're probably going to segue into the women's card, just the audaciousness now of announcers, I feel like are saying it more directly to the fighter. I didn't think you won. Like
Oh,
I think that's
yeah.
really interesting that that's happening now because that's a tough
I want your
conversation.
I want to hear your take on that because yeah, so you know what, you just talked about it. So that was my experience at Pacquiao versus Barrios. Incredible here in Las Vegas and can't wait to see him back in the ring. If not, if you retire, totally fine. Like it's fine. We love you. We missed you. But now, Jeandra, you get to tell us your experience because you were a guest, yes, a guest of Netflix for the all women's card at Taylor-Serrano versus, excuse me, Taylor versus Serrano 3 in New York City. Take it away.
Thank you. I just want to say, I want to thank you very much, very, very much to the people of Netflix. We were not guests, let's be clear.
Oh,
We
yeah.
were not guests of MVP. We were not guests of MVP. I had a wonderful time. They were great promoters. It was a great event, but we were not there as their guest. We were their guest of the network. Beautiful accommodations had us out there for the fight. And shout out, we got okay little growing staff. Let's clock our little growing staff. Dimitri working in
Yeah.
Vegas. Kaya worked with me in New
Mm-hmm.
York. And we had a great time. It was a great event. I liked the way that it was laid out, even though things were at the garden. Where we were was very convenient to get to the garden. Puerto Rico showed up. Ireland showed up. It was festive. And they really gave us some unique access that we don't usually get for boxing. Like they let us come to the commission weigh in and not wait for just the ceremonial one. I mean, kind of taking, I guess, a UFC approach to it. But I'm just very grateful that we were able to be there as our own outlet, as an independent outlet, and put on for women. I mean, it makes sense. It makes perfect sense, but I'm very honored that we got to go.
And you guys, she's not an influencer. We're in boxing, so we're a boxing show. So
Exactly. Because they had a red carpet there. I didn't get to go on the red carpet. That's not what my credential was. My credential was really specifically limited to the boxing side of it. And that's cool because that's what we wanted. And but yeah, there was other things happening that were feeding into the frenzy of the event. And it was packed in that hole. It was packed up in there.
So, the first two fights we didn't go, and we both always talked about it, and we both cried when they made their entrances, the energy, and we're feeling it from the TV screen. You were there live, Giandra. Can you just describe what it was like when Taylor and Serrano made their ring walks?
When they made their walks, so Katie came out first, obviously. By the way, I'll just say this, and if y'all get mad in the comments, whatever. I knew Katie was going to win that fight when they weighed in that morning for the ceremonial weigh in. Katie's body was cracking.
Good
Like
Lord, she was, yeah.
she was jacked. Her abs were jacked. Like she's never like sloppy or
She
anything
was
like
the
that.
best in shape I have ever seen her. I'm
She
like,
looks so good. I said, yeah, yeah. She about to beat Amanda's ass up in here because she looks crazy right now. Hair was on point. Hair.
oh,
Shout out to the braider.
good job. That thing didn't move. Did it?
Shout out to the braider.
I hope her head wasn't hurting because that thing was so tight, but it stayed. It stayed. She didn't have to
It's
tape it.
exactly. So shout out to that. But back to the event and the walkouts, they were so exciting. And like the fans, I don't know if it's a women's, I don't know. Let me not say it like that because fandom is crazy and ignorant and crazy. But they were both very respectful, the fan bases of both fighters coming out. Like Katie came out, Ireland went up, but Puerto Rico wasn't like, I think that their respective fan bases have developed such a mutual respect for the opposite fighter after seeing them compete with each other that how could you not cheer that on? I mean, you're not going to, if you're Puerto Rican, you're going to go louder for Amanda, but that doesn't mean you're disrespecting Katie either. And that's what I really liked about the tone of their walkouts.
Now Netflix is also not new to boxing. They are just coming in like what second fight. Talk
Mm-hmm.
about that. Talk about the production alone versus what we normally see. I mean, I'm not saying other like Amazon had a good production. Amazon had a really good production this past
Mm-hmm.
one. But for a Netflix to come in, girl, like visually, I was like, oh, I see like WWE, like all these hologram kind of things. I'm like, I've never seen that before, usually.
Oh, you know what? I gotta go back and watch it on TV. I didn't even think about that because
Mm.
the way that it was very smart how they had the cameras laid out. Like, okay, so if you go to our social media and follow us on social media, you can see some of the behind the scenes stuff. So I took some pictures of the arena. Arena is in fact full, except for one section. And the only reason why that section is not full, they had this big giant, like the crane camera, big, like way, whatever that shit was. And I don't know if that's like the 4K, 8K camera, or whatever, but they were very, whatever the hell that was, it was enormous. So they didn't have any seating there. Oh, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, I need to go back and watch it on TV. But I mean, just the layout, the way they came in, just the whole staging of everything, the outside with the giant blow up, it was like just enough without being outrageous and ridiculous like some fight cards that have happened in the Bay Area of New York City. But it was very like people were interested, like they were walking by looking to see what was going on. And a lot of people knew, and they were just overhearing a lot of conversations. I enjoyed hearing guys go, hey, yo, it's an all women's card. It's an all women's card. Hey, yo, like that girl's a killer. Like being respectful, not being like, it's a bunch of bitches on the card, not being like that,
Oh yeah. Or they'd be like, oh, it's all women's card. Oh my God, how boring. But it was
Folks was locked in. They were
they
locked
were
in.
they were locked in from the very first fight till the very end. And I wasn't watching it necessarily live. I was at 50. Why I didn't even get to go is because my sister turned 50th. It was her birthday weekend, guys. It's
Yay,
not like if people are like,
birthday.
yeah. So I was drinking in a casino and watching it on my iPhone with, trying to get some cell service. But the one thing that I really caught a great takeaway from it, watching it, was not one male was announced as a fighter. What was like just so beautiful to hear, it was female after female after female, and it was just praise, and everyone cheered them on. And every fight, they were throwing bombs, like
Hell
every
yeah.
fight, they were
Hell
really
yeah.
putting it out there. A lot of fights, we're gonna circle back to what you just talked about, Ariel Helwani saying what he said to Ramla Ali. And kudos, like I said, kudos to all the women that won and all that lost. You guys put on a great performance. You guys learned whatever you learned. But Ariel Helwani said, to be respectful, I don't believe you won the fight, Ali. to Ramla, and a lot of people didn't believe she won the fight.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
she had a very, very respectful answer. And she's like, you know what? I get it. That's your opinion. Whatever she said, but it was so tasteful that I'm like, I can't even hate on that. Like,
Mm-hmm.
but I saw on social media, a lot of people thought it was very disrespectful. What did you think, Jeandra? Did that throw you
It,
off when you
it
were live?
it did throw me off. Like it really caught me off guard because she's the house fighter. You feel me? Like even if you don't agree with the decision, typically if the house fighter gets a little, Christmas come early.
Hmm.
And I'm not even saying that, I did, I thought she did enough to win the fight. But Ariel was very clear. My daughter also, who helped me with the fight, she too thought that Ramla lost the fight. And I don't want to be too controversial. I'll tell you my real thoughts offline now that you're bringing this back up. Y'all guys have to catch me in the bar. I did think she did enough to win the fight. After watching him and being caught off guard, I thought, oh, okay, well, this is going to be the tone for the rest of the night. I don't remember him saying that so concisely to any other fighter.
Hmm.
I don't remember him saying to Metcalf that you were just outclassed tonight, or saying it to uh, who did Savannah Marshall. I thought it was just very interesting. Why her specifically? I didn't think you won your fight. I
Well,
have theories and things, and
when
but
when I saw it, like I didn't see. I saw the fight, and I was like, oh my God, he went there, and it's because she won by unanimous.
mm,
If she won maybe by a split, or if it landed in a draw, I can understand that. That's one thing, and I can understand why he said it. That's a very, is it professional? But it's a
I don't know.
very journalistic approach. But I always think, did Larry Merchant ever do that? I feel like he has. Well, I just remember he would, I mean, he was very open and upfront, like say, like with even Floyd, I'll kick your ass if I was like 30 years younger, like stuff like
Mm-hmm.
that. But I'm, you know, Sasha
Maybe it's a,
Jones
maybe
from
it's an interesting rabbit hole to go down. Like, has Jim Gray ever said that to anyone?
I'm not sure. So now we should look at it because some people didn't like it because, Sasha Jones from Women's Fight News, she appreciated it. She's like, people need to be more honest because, and then other people, Sportsanista, she said people are concussed, like she just finished a fight, and it was a little rude. So a lot of people were on both sides, and some people were like, fine, Ariel is, being professional and saying what everyone was thinking. So I think, you guys in the comments, whoever watched this, what did you think? Did you appreciate that as a fan that,
Mm-hmm.
the host is saying that?
And
We're
then
just
if there's
curious.
other, and then if there's other examples, Jim Gray, who does post fight interviews? Max Kellerman, Jim Gray, Larry Merchant,
Yeah.
anyone who you've seen jump in the ring and in the post fight interview be that frank,
Mm-hmm.
let us know. I I don't know. Maybe I can see an argument for both sides. It just caught me off guard because
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting it. So, sound off in the comments. Let us know what you
Mhm.
think.
Okay, so real fast, I'm just gonna name off the list of the girls so we know the people who know. Uh, Alicia Baumgardner beat Jennifer Miranda, kept her undisputed titles. Very interesting fight, very
Mm-hmm.
close. Savannah Marshall, she lost to Shadeja Green, who is now unified, and she is the very first most valuable promotions like homegrown world champion. Now she's unified. I really tried to bet on that fight and it wouldn't allow me in Vegas. So I was like,
Boo.
it was weird. I think it was too early. And then I'm in LA. Would definitely would allow me to bet. I'm like, mother ever. And then
Mhm.
she was plus 450. Damn it. But
Wow.
yes, Shadeja, Chantel Cameron versus Jessica Camara. Chantel beat her. Ramla Ali versus Lila Furtado. Ramla won by unanimous decision. Eli Scottney versus Yamilet Mercado. She beat her. Chernika Sugar Neeks Johnson versus Sharetta Metcalf. She is now the newly undisputed queen. Very, very fun, very exciting. First, Australian undisputed queen, and then the opening card was Tam Tybalt. Oh, wait, how do you say her name? Tim Tybalt.
I think that's how you say it.
It sounded
Tim,
like
Tim.
Tim. Yeah, it sounded like what's that football player's name? But it sounded like that. So Tim Tybalt versus Mary Casamasa. Dude, Tim, she's a monster. She
Yes,
is
she is.
tall, she's rangy, she's got power. Great way to open the card.
It
Gian,
was.
how did Kaya enjoy her first big fight? And it was that that she got to work for you.
She appeared to have a great time. You know, you never know when you take your kids to work with you how they're going to be. What I was most impressed about is, and these are things that for all you parents out there who are talking in front of your kids, I know they say it, but it's really true. They pay way more attention to what you're saying than you ever could believe. Now, mind you, my daughter is an adult. She's 21. And so I take her to the fight. I told her what I wanted her to do. You know, she did things that I asked her. And when it got to the night of the fight, there were three things that shocked me. Number one, so how they had us in the garden, you know, we aren't on the floor. We're kind of like, we're like in a media box, and that's cool. That's fine. Beautiful seat. You can see the whole arena, everything. So she's looking down towards the ringside and she's watching and she looks down and she goes, "Oh, there's Andre Ward. How random." And I'm like, "How do you know who Andre Ward is?" And she goes, "Mother, I've been kind of listening to you for these past 10 years, but I didn't think she would sight recognize him like that."
Wow.
That was thing number one. Thing number two, when I tell you, so we watched the entire card from the first fight to, we watched the whole card.
Good.
Clock that. And she predicted as she watched each fight she watched, she got the outcome correct for every single fight.
What?
For every fight, including Ramla. She was like, she didn't win that fight.
I'm hitting her up for when I do my bets.
I told her I need to put her with Jolene Mazzone. Shout out to Jolene Mazzone over there wrestling people, trying to get them off her fighter. So yeah, so shout out to Jolene Mazzone. We're going to talk about that card too a little bit. And number two, she predicted all the outcomes correctly. Number three, she really was locked into the fighter stories. And I thought that was so dope. And I was very proud of her, you know, just not because, oh my God, she likes what mom likes, not like that. The fact that she was locked in and acted like a professional. And so those were the things that I took away from that fight. That card, thank you again to MVP. Their team is fantastic. Fantastic. Not a paid ad. It could be, but it's not a paid ad. Shout out to, of course, Mike Leonardi. No secret that our show, we were all colleagues under the same umbrella at one time. Shout out to their publicist. I can't remember her name, but she was so lovely and so graceful. And she reminded me a lot of Marilyn from Golden Boy.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
She reminded me a lot of Marilyn when Marilyn was at that stage and how good she was at her job. And so shout out to them. And then just overall, I felt very appreciated by the boxing MVP team over there. Again, thank you to Netflix for hosting Best Women's Boxing Show, period. Let's do it again for Canelo Crawford. Let's do it again.
Did you get swag?
Wait, hold on. Let me get
it. You have to show.
Let me get it. I just happen to have it here on the couch because I was showing it to my friend yesterday. So,
oh my God, what a cute bag.
So they gave us this bag. I had to pay for an extra bag coming back.
Girl,
so they gave us this bag. I could not leave it. It's like leather and it's MVP New York on this side and it's Netflix on this side.
My gosh.
It's so cute with these golden gloves that say Taylor-Serrano and a Netflix logo. And then on the inside, that pocket's empty. So on the inside of the bag, you know what? I might have something in here we might raffle off.
Ooh, did you guys hear that?
So we got a t-shirt. This could be up for raffle. So we got a t-shirt from the event.
Oh, that's
And
cute. I love that
on
with the
this
gloves.
side, isn't it cute? I mean, it
That's
was,
really cute.
they spent some money. And so then I got a robe.
Okay, you need to what you need to model that for us. Like
I'm gonna put it
you
on in
can't
a
just
future video with
oh
some they
oh
gave
yeah,
me a
you gotta put that fight
Stanley.
music.
They gave me a it's a
Oh,
Stanley, but it's like a flask,
I like it a
but
lot. And it has it's like a merce, it's a merce type of flannel. I mean, a flask.
I just like it can lay flat against you and you don't have to carry it. But it has a straw in here too. So ladies, you don't when you pop it up, there's a straw so you don't mess up your lipstick. But I'm like, oh, I love this. I didn't even know Stanley made this. I just like that
I
it's
don't think
flat.
I've never seen it, girl. Yeah,
That's pretty
that's
dope.
yeah. You should be
And then
rocking that.
oh yeah. Oh, I'll be rocking it in Vegas because they probably gonna have us outside or doing some bullshit. So then they gave us a
Ooh,
flag. It's Amanda and it's
oh, that's
Katie.
really cool.
Viva, viva, viva. And then I had to take this apart. I got to put it together. It's one of those things where you can, go a few rounds on your desk. Like you blow it up and
Oh, a
you could,
speed bag. I used to
like a
have one
little
of those.
speed bag.
That's really cool.
So they gave us that. It was so damn hot. So they gave us little fans
Oh,
to
girl.
cool off, a little
They
bag.
gave you a lot of stuff.
They did. They gave us a bucket hat with the ladies on it on that side, MVP on the other. They gave us some New York City Netflix socks, and then of course the beautiful accommodation. Shout out to them. Shout out to the Ned Nomad.
Oh,
Very
oh, that's where
sexy.
you stayed, the Nomad? Oh, okay. I know that hotel.
Very sexy. Very sexy hotel. Very sexy hotel when you're with your companion. Not so much sexy when you're with your daughter. So, but it was a really cool hotel. Great food, great little club and stuff, and centrally located. Did you know that the hotel across the street from the garden where we used to stay, that's no more. It's like homeless housing now.
Oh,
Transitional housing or something like that. Someone told me.
that's where they put all probably the immigrants. That's what I'm
I don't
assuming.
know I don't know who they're putting up in there because that's a big ass hotel and it looks
Yeah,
full, but it's by the train, if you have to,
yeah.
it's Penn Station and all that. But yeah, so
You got
if you're
upgraded to a
going to
nice
New
hotel, so
thank you, Netflix. And thank you to all the people again that we met who were gracious. Thank you to the Netflix, the Netflix team who are not boxing people, who are entertainment people who are able to hook it up. So thank you, and let's do it again.
oh yeah, Canelo Crawford. Oh, that was such, oh God, I'm so jealous that you got to go, but I'm so glad. I am so happy that you were able to go because we kept
Thank
saying,
you.
if we can't go, if we both can't go, you have to go. Like, I
Someone
don't
has to go to
care.
at least one of these, and
Yes,
yeah.
something. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
now last fight we can talk about real fast.
Mm-hmm.
This happened this past Saturday. It was like boxing bonanza. Usyk versus Dubois 2.
Oof.
Oof, oof. Well, Usyk has made history. He is two-time undisputed, heavyweight undisputed, and he is three-time undisputed, one in cruiserweight and now two-time heavyweight. So, I just hate it when they're like, who do you want next? And he's like, I just want to sleep. Okay, then who do you want next? Like, he wants to go to bed. Like, he wants a
Thank
vacation.
you. Thank you.
I'm
That's the
like,
exact same reaction I said.
Addie, I love you, but it's like he just told you he wants to rest. He doesn't want like I honestly was waiting for Parker to come in the ring and start serenading him with all his great songs, which I do love. Shout out to you, Parker. Or like, all the heavyweights and just be like, well, pick me, like like schoolyard bully type. But Fury was there, and then Fury puts out this Fury puts out this post. I'm the only one that beat Usyk. Dosser, whatever he says, and then he wants to fight him again. Yes, he has unretired once again for like
Hold, wait a
50.
minute. I'm sorry. Is he punchy? He said he beat Usyk.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, he said he beat him twice.
Then we're definitely going to talk about Edgar Berlanga after this because clearly they're smoking the same crack. They're smoking the same crack with each other
Still can
because,
cuss, girl. They still can
bro,
cuss. Okay, so real fast before we go on to that fight, who do you want to see Usyk fight if he doesn't retire? He says he can still fight. 38 years young. I cried when he won. Oh,
hmm.
such a good one. So he named Usyk, Fury for a third, Joshua for the second, Parker, Chisora, and then one that he didn't name is Moses Utauma. I don't know how to say it. It's Moises. He's fighting. I think Dillian White, right? Or it's soon. So, who would you like to see if he does decide to fight? I don't know
Hmm.
why. He's already two-time undisputed heavyweight champion. Like,
First of all, shout out to my homie in the Orange County Police Department because the last thing I said to him before my chapter ended last week was he asked me about the fight and he said, I said, Usyk is about to put it on Dubois. He about to beat his ass. I sent him an email that said that. I know he's probably going crazy. So there's that. If Usyk is to return to fight again, God, I love that. I haven't talked to him more over his career. What a brilliant fighter. Um, for him, because I'm a fan of his and I would want him to make the most money possible, I would have to say Fury. Do the
mhm.
third Fury fight, beat Fury's ass again. From any, and just even not only that, just probably looking over those people that you just named and that they mentioned to him, that probably was the most competitive of all the
Of all the
potential
fights, yeah,
opponents. So
yeah.
I'd have to go with Tyson Fury.
Yeah, Tyson said if he does it, he told Turkey it has to be in Wembley because he feels
Mm.
like every time he goes to Riyadh, the only two times he got robbed.
He is aware that he is Turkey's guy, isn't he? So why would they rob his own guy? Make it make sense.
It's kind of because of Tyson Fury and Frank Warren that like Saudi has bought into boxing. I'm just saying it was them. So I don't know.
Let this one. I know y'all. It's a long episode, but you missed us. You missed us. We got
Oh
lots to talk about. This was very interesting to me during the broadcast of the Usyk Dubois fight when they were talking to Turkey and to Frank Warren, and they were talking about pay-per-view being dead and
yeah.
starting to ramp up for this whole Canelo Crawford thing. Frank Warren wasn't trying to say that shit. Frank Warren was standing there like, I don't know about all that because pay-per-views make these things possible. And I'm glad he said it because there's a lot of bending of the knee. And I say that respectfully. And, when you're the person with the money, of course, there's going to be a lot of bending of the knee. But let's be realistic. What if one day that Riyadh season, they decide they don't want to do this anymore? It's very expensive to put on. Yes, they have the money, and I'm not implying that they're going broke no time soon because we know they're not, but they might just get bored with it and pull their support out of it. So then what do we go back to? So I kind of like appreciated Frank Warren standing on that. I don't know about all that,
Yeah.
about pay-per-view being dead. So I thought he's the first person that I've seen sort of publicly contradict Turkey like that, like right in front of his face. So
Well, it's kind of hard when DAZN put it out like pay-per-view is dead. Did commercials
mm-hmm.
with Canelo and they touted that and now I appreciate what Turkey is trying to do. Like for ring fights and Riyadh season fights, they won't be pay-per-view, but they will be part of the DAZN subscription. But does that mean DAZN subscription is going to go up even more?
Mm-hmm.
Like
The deal
I'm not
recently.
sure. And
Here's no, go
not
ahead. I'm sorry,
cheap.
Cynthia.
No, it's
No,
not cheap.
at all. You know what I wonder? Because no one, it's always a big deal when tickets go on sale for a fight here, like the Canelo Crawford tickets have gone on sale. I don't know how much they are, but I know they're expensive because I've been seeing a lot of memes come out of like men like sleeping with old women just so they could get some cash to buy these tickets to the
But I
fight.
sent you.
That should, oh yeah, you sent me that. That was so funny. And it's true. But what I want to know is if you live in Riyadh and you go to the fight, like, what do you pay for a ticket there? And I would like to like kind of see like how much does a ticket cost and what's the exchange rate in like American dollars? Or do you have to be invited to the fight to even go into the stadium to see the fight? Like, how does that even work? Somebody tell me in Riyadh dollars how much, like, what's the range of tickets? Like, how much do they cost? I want to know. I'm very curious. Or do they just like give them away to the homies and business
Girl,
associates?
I can tell you
I
at
want to
least right
know.
now in Riyadh, those tickets are not that expensive. Like,
See what
no,
I'm saying?
not.
See what I'm saying? Because everyone keeps talking about the gate, like the Amanda Katie fight. Nikisa or one of them told us that the gate for the fight was like 2.4 million. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's amazing. Shout out to the women. Shout out to all of you. Clock that. But how much does a ticket cost in Riyadh? Somebody tell me, like, what's the cheap ticket? What's the expensive ticket? Or
Yeah.
is it even like if you pay taxes, you get a concert ticket here and there?
Yeah,
Like, how does that work?
that's a really good because I know, Turkey's like, I just want our country to celebrate boxing. Like they want to experience it. Because like even in you'd say the UK, the tickets, I can't speak for the tickets, the prices, but even for DAZN, the same DAZN prices are like $20 for the pay-per-view versus what we're paying, which is a lot
Mm-hmm.
more. And I'm thinking,
Why is that?
not math, that math is not mathing for us,
Facts, big
and that's why
facts.
people complain, but that's what it is. Okay, let's talk about real fast and the fantastic card. I mean, that ring card was fantastic. You did not get no Tom or Jerry or a Tom and Jerry fight between Shakur and William Zepeda. Kudos to Shakur. You showed us your cojones. My God, I did not know you had it in you like that,
Wow.
but you did. And he's like, I'm not fighting like that no more again because too much
Oh
punishment.
no.
God damn.
They Shakur. Now we already knew Shakur was a good fighter, but
Mm-hmm.
he turned that up
Yeah.
on that card. I don't know what kind of lecture Turkey gave them in the locker room. Like, look, we not doing what that other card with Tiafimo and them did. We not doing that. Somebody better put belt to ass on
Yep.
this card. Ooh, I got
Okay.
choked up. And Shakur did exact. Oh, wow. What
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
And it's funny when Turkey says, he goes, now you see why when I first said it, people got very upset, this Tom and Jerry, but it wasn't, it's like to show his true potential. And now his fans don't call him boring anymore. And I about died because I was like,
Um,
okay.
I mean, what you gonna say? The demand day. Hey,
Yeah, so
he can
congratulations,
say it.
Shakur. Yeah, he did. And he's the one paying, but it was such a fantastic card. And then we go to the main card. We're thinking, oh, the King of New York, Edgar Berlanga, is going to knock out Hamzah Sheeraz. Boy, did that go wrong the other way. Like, I thought Hamzah
This
Sheeraz,
this the king of New York, and she didn't
right?
even win
Oh,
her
yeah.
fight. That's the king of New York right there.
It was weird. It was like, Hamza, I didn't even know could knock out like that. I just thought he was gonna stick and move in box. But I couldn't believe he knocked it. Like he knocked Berlanga down what 3 times, and I was like, "Oh yeah, that left took her. Ooh, that hurt." I was like, "But what a cherry on!" And we were all complaining, "Why is Edgar Berlanga and Shiraz the main, not the main event? That's gonna be a boring fight." That was quite entertaining.
That
Quite
fight was
entertaining.
terrific. There were so many elements going on that made this card interesting. And I ain't gonna lie, I was talking shit because I was leaving. I forgot. I totally like blanked out that fight was the next day because I would have tried to stay like a little extra day
Oh
and
yeah, it was the next day.
gone
That's right.
over
Yeah.
there. So I totally missed it. It was just not on my radar because I was so locked in with the
Yeah.
women's card. Shakur was great. Edgar Shiraz, I didn't know. I mean, I enjoyed their banter in the fight week build up. Like I thought that
Brilliant.
Berlanga was over the top. Oscar De La Hoya, come close to the camera. Oscar, you are hilarious. Like, we know that already, but Oscar with that wig on that homeboy threw at him talking shit is like I mean, y'all, they set it up for Oscar right there.
It was
If you
so
want him
funny.
to shut up, win your fight. Hey, it's that simple. But Shiraz was, I'm so a new fan. You got a new fan
Right?
in me because that looked nothing like you said. I expected the same thing, box, stick, and move, maybe
Yeah.
outwork him a bit, but
Because
like that.
when we first saw him, well, the first time I saw him, he fought Adamas, and I thought a lot of people thought he lost, and they gave it a draw at a
Mm-hmm.
Riyadh card. And so when they were like, "Oh, he's going to fight Berlanga next," I'm like, "Okay." And so we automatically thought, "Oh yeah, Berlanga." Like as much as we Berlanga talks his craziness, I was like, "Okay, maybe," but I did not know he was gonna lay him out like that 3 times. I'm like,
Beat him down.
yeah,
Beat
but
him down.
so, but you know what? It was crazy enough. Edgar Berlanga was humble in defeat. He was
Yeah.
is the word in a nice text that I saw on Ring. He put on his Instagram, and then I think the next day something funny is happening or something. So now that they're alluding that Hamzah Sheeraz's gloves were loaded,
That's right. They did say that. Come, bruh. Come.
bruh. Robert
We just
Garcia
can't.
had a word for him. Some Sebastian Fundora had a word for Berlanga. Gabriela Fundora had a word from all on our interviews, how they talk about the raps and why there's commissions. You're being wrapped right in front of your own teammate,
Your
someone
team was
from the
there.
other team.
So I don't know. It's the Wilder school of hand wrap type shit. I don't know. We'll
Right?
see. Okay. Okay. So, friends, if you've made it this far, I'm going to give y'all a little mess.
Ooh, tea?
So, not really some tea, but it is messy, but it just was so funny to me and it has to relate to this fight. Did anybody else find it funny that Clarissa was at the fight with Papoose and Remy was performing with Fat Joe, walking Berlanga to the ring?
Okay.
That was so fucking messy, and I lived, baby. I lived for the
Did any like
mess.
World Star? Did any? Because I didn't know Papoose was there, but I did see Clarissa there. When I saw Remy walking out with Fat Joe, I was like, "Oh, this is interesting. Like Clarissa's there." I
What's
did
I don't
not.
okay, maybe I missed it. I don't know if Papoose was there, but I know for a fact well, we know for a fact Clarissa was.
Yeah, she was because Shakur, but I didn't. I don't know. I didn't see any kind of alter. I didn't even see Clarissa even say anything. Maybe
Mhm.
she said something in a tweet without saying names, but I don't know. Like Clarissa's Clarissa. Oh, someone even said like Clarissa was sweating. She's like, "Bitch, I am drinking a lot of water and I'm making weight for a fight." Like, come on, people. It's like, get with
And
it.
shit, it was hot in New York that week. It was hot. I was sweating
Hot as
too. That's
balls.
why they was passing these out. It was hot. But I just thought, when I saw that, I said, "Ooh, that's mess. That is some mess." And for those of you who want to attend Clarissa's fight, it's fight
Mhm.
week. I think this week is fight week.
Yes.
Papoose will be there. I saw him on the media stuff. So, go get some hot 16s
Hmm.
and talk Clarissa. And don't ask Clarissa about that woman. Let her focus on her fight.
Yeah, let her. And if you guys want to know, look at her socials. Papoose and Clarissa talk about each other, and they're so endearing. Like, honestly,
Mm-hmm.
those two are in love. Leave them
They're cute.
alone,
They're
okay?
really cute.
Because if not, Clarissa will beat your ass. Speaking of beating
Bro.
ass, Clarissa put up that money, 15 million for Layla Ali. Well, not
Whoa,
her, but she
you know?
found an investor. She had a check written. She's like, okay, because she told I don't remember which media. Layla Ali said, she's like, I'll come out back and fight if the money's right, say 15, 20 million. Girl, you know Clarissa got that shit. She's like, okay, got the money. I got a venue, possibly AT&T Stadium in Texas or T-Mobile. Now we just need Layla Ali to come out.
I think, okay, so boxing gods. Okay, so let me start with my conspiracy theories. So let's a little bit of that. I think, I wonder if Jake and Turkey were somehow in the mix of discussing that because
Ooh.
they haven't been working together before. Layla was on the MVP broadcast with Jake, so Jake clearly has a relationship with her. Maybe they had heard him and Nikisa was like, maybe your number is 15 million, maybe, maybe not. You know, we've seen Clarissa talking to Turkey before, and I feel like she posted something recently of her talking to Turkey or something like that. Maybe somehow all of them got together. We know that Turkey loves legacy and the history of the sport. This is Muhammad Ali's daughter. And so maybe that's their foray to really start kind of getting into a little bit more females boxing on a case by case basis.
Ooh.
I know they told us that they were going to fight again in November. I think that's too soon for Layla. So maybe that becomes the jumping off point. Not that Clarissa becomes a member of MVP. Nikisa shot that down and said straight up that it's never going to be that. She's her own entity. But they can all get together to make some money.
Ooh, that would be nice. It'd be interesting. I mean, it would be very interesting for Layla to come out. I mean, she hasn't been in the ring in training for years. Like she
Years.
looks damn good, but years. So, but she did say that Clarissa would never beat Layla. This is what Layla said in the interview. So that's what she said, that she would never beat Layla in a fight. So if,
What do they fight at? 168?
girl, I don't know. I mean,
Because Layla looked like she
maybe.
probably weigh that now, not more than that.
Yeah,
She's
and
not, you know.
yeah, she said I mean, she's a big girl. She's not like she's not fat by any means. She's just a big,
She
solid,
big.
muscular girl. She looks
Yeah.
good. She eats healthy. She doesn't. She's clean. She's just like Clarissa said. They don't blow up in weight. They're very clean.
Mm-hmm.
Don't take nothing. But it would as much as I'm like it's kind of intriguing because that would be so much fun, so much fun.
And you know, if it happens, MVP, Turkey, whoever, remember
Mhm.
your girls, the best women's boxing show,
Period.
period. We want to
Okay.
be there.
Okay. So the last thing I want to touch on, when I said, maybe we should make this as like a new segment of like what the fuckery. There was this video being circulated, and Talksport talked about it yesterday, where they told Josh Parker and I forgot which other heavyweight that Daniel Dubois was having a pre-party at his house. Yes, at a pre-party before his fight against Usyk. Okay, so first of all, he got his ass beat. Um, and then second, the pre-party were, I guess they rolled up to the arena 90 minutes before his fight, and these people didn't have tickets, so they were all gonna just come in as like his entourage. And they're like, well, we don't have tickets, blah, blah. I don't even know if they're let in. But I go, first of all, why the fuck are you having a party? You are, no wonder why your ass got beat. Like, who does that?
Honey, Dubois saw them zeros on that check. It was like, fuck the fight. What's gonna be, what's gonna be. I know I'm gonna lose. That's pathetic. Daniel
Yeah.
Dubois,
Like,
shame on
shame,
you.
shame, shame. Oh, Jeandra, so much to talk about. But we did get to talk about some of the biggest fights that have happened in the past couple weeks, and we're talking these were big fights. So I'm glad
Huge.
that we were able to get this in and talk about so much of the salacious shit that was happening, but all the great things that you were able to experience at a Netflix fight, and for me to experience Pacquiao coming
Man,
back. You guys, we had so much social content that we put out for the Netflix and for Pacquiao. We are still putting some up. So make sure you
absolutely.
guys tune in. But we appreciate you. You guys are, oh my God, our channel grew so much. Thank you to the
Oh,
Philippines. Oh my God. Salamat.
mabuhay Filipinos, mabuhay, because y'all showed up for us for
I know,
sure.
Jeandra, you're probably looking at the comments. That's all Tagalog, Tagalog. I was just
I
like,
love it. Putangin up. Oh wait, that's bad words. Let me not say that. That's
so
like all the
good,
Tagalog I
good
know.
stuff. Good stuff. But yeah, well, that's and salamat and mabuhay. That's like the three things that you just need to know. But yeah,
Yes.
but we will be back. We're going to be talking the buildup of Canelo Crawford. Um, Tank is probably not fighting from what we
Yeah.
know. There was a thing that I saw that they're looking to have a PBC fight September 20th at Crypto Arena. Yeah.
Mm.
So I think Brunch Boxing put that out, and I believe Kenneth said that because he was on a live stream when I was editing in the media room. So, but
Mhm.
though it's non-pay-per-view, so that's good.
And I'll be there then, because I
Yes,
got time.
yes. You're back. We are reunited, and it feels
And it
oh
feels
so
so
good.
good.
All right, Jeandra. Again, it is so lovely. It is so amazing, and it's so beautiful to have you back
Thank
on the
you.
show, and we get to talk boxing and just all kinds of crazy, juicy gossip that we always come into.
Yes, we do. So remember, if you made it that far, you can kiki with us. If you want to snip it on out, it is what it is. It is
Oh, and
what it
look, and
is.
guys, and if you see us at the fights, stickers,
Yeah, I have mine right here too.
stickers,
Mine are right
stickers,
here. I need to put one on
stickers.
my computer.
Yes, me. Yeah, shout out to the people that when I was doing my little Tagalog stuff, I gave him out and shout out. I met him at the fights. He's like, "Oh, I follow you on Twitter." I was like, "Oh, what's your name?"
Oh.
And it was like at ABCDEFGHIJKL. I'm like, "Oh, that's you." It's like, is this like a bot?
He said I got lazy. It's just, that's good.
It's like easy. His password is probably 1 2 3 4 5 6 7.
Nobody go hack his account because I that probably is exactly what his password is.
Yeah, it
And
was
like a
cool.
exclamation
He
point.
took a picture of it, and the background was the fight
Mhm.
of the ring of Manny, and he's like, it was a pleasure meeting. I'm like, oh, that's amazing.
Aw,
So you
so
guys,
sweet.
thank you to all the fans who tuned in. Thank you to all our new fans who have subscribed, liked, shared all of our content, and commented. We appreciate you. We go through the comments. Some of them keep it very respectful because I'm not
Yes.
going to comment or like because that is not nice.
Not
But yes,
nice.
overall, thank you guys. All right, Jandra, another one in the can. It is season 5 for us, you guys. Make sure you tune in. Everything Manny Pacquiao, Katie Taylor, Amanda Serrano, Shadeja Green. She was in the post-fight press conference asking questions. She got Alicia Baumgardner. I got Bob Santos talking about he was going to put Manny in the cemetery or a hospital. Didn't happen. And then we're
Mhm.
going to find out who's going to be fighting soon. So we love you. We miss you guys. Thanks for tuning in to another edition of the Best Women's Boxing Show, period. I'm Cynthia Conte.
And I'm Jeandra LaBeouf.
See you guys at the fights. Bye, guys.